Good afternoon and welcome to game number 2 today here at Myrtle Beach High School as the first pitch is a strike, second pitch fouled off, the 0-2 pitch of the ball away, and it's a 1-2 count to number 14, Connie Derschlag, the center fielder, as we get started here between the Forestbrook Mallards and the Carolina Forest Crawdads. The pitch is fouled back, and it remains a 1-2 count. Connie Derschlag, the center fielder, will give you the starting lineup for the Mallards in just a second. The 1-2 pitch once again. Ball outside, 2-2 count. It'll be Derschlag, the center fielder, leading it off. Number 20, Cam Miller, will bat second and play center field. The 1-2 pitch. Ball low, and it's a 2-2 count now. Batting third and playing right field will be number 19, Blake Scott. The cleanup hitter will be number 1, Jawan Yun, and he will play third base. Batting fifth and catching will be number 2, Jackson Price. As the 2-2 pitch is a ball inside, actually a 3-2 pitch, and Derschlag works the walk to lead this game off. Batting sixth in the extra hitter is number 7, Hunter Robinson. Batting sixth, yeah. Batting seventh and the left fielder is number 8, Mac Davis. Trey Flint, number 5, will bat 8th, and the designated hitter, batting 9th, the first baseman, Stone Peterson. He is number 22, as a pickoff throw over to first base, keeping Derschlag close, and rounding things off, the number 10 hitter, number 26, Josh Fowler. He will be the second baseman, as Miller steps into the box. The first pitch to Miller is bunted, a perfectly placed bunt down the third base line, and they will not have a play on anyone, as now a weird flip over to third base. But for some reason, Solly was running towards the third base bag, trying to make sure as if Derschlag was going to third, but he was not. He stayed on second base. And he flipped it. He missed the catcher, Macalino, at third base. But luckily, it was a weak throw. And Cappelletti was backing Macalino up and avoided a potential disaster. But a perfectly placed bunt down the third base line puts runners at first and second base with still nobody out. That's a bunt single for Cam Miller. That'll bring out Blake Scott, the right fielder. Scott from North Carolina Wesleyan. The first pitch to Scott is swung on and lined into right field, in there for a base hit. Rounding third and heading for home and sliding in safely is Derschlag. That's an RBI single for Blake Scott. And the Mallards start the scoring off early, and they lead it 1-0. On that single, Miller also advances to third, so runners at the corner with still nobody out. And one run on the board already. That'll bring up Jawan Yun. Meeting on the mound as Gruel goes out to talk with Solly. The first pitch to Yun is a strike on a low inside corner, and it's 0-1. Yun from Pfeiffer. The 0-1 pitch. Ball low and inside. 1-1 count now. Runners at the corners, nobody out, already one on the board for the Mallards. The 1-0 will now come in. Kind of surprised, and they will call a balk. And that will move a runner in. Sully lifted his foot for a second and then brought it back down. And it took a second or so, but they did call the balk. So that advances both runners, and Miller scores. So that now makes it a 2-0 ball game for the Mallards. The pitch is swung on and missed, and gets in the dirt, going to third and getting in there safely is Blake Scott on the pass ball. And now there's another run just 90 feet away. This game started right around 5:10. And for those of you who were listening to the last game, a quick note that it's not that they're playing 6 innings in this today. As the pitch is swung on and fouled back. And it's still a 1-2 count. It's not that they're only playing 6 innings. Is that now, at least for today, and this is how it was supposed to be yesterday as well, but obviously we got rained out. And not sure if it's going to continue this way for the remainder of the season. Only a few days left on the season as that ball is lofted down the right field line, and that will fall foul. And we'll do it all over again at 1 and 2. Only have today, tomorrow, and Friday left on the season, and Saturday starts the playoff run, which will go on through the 30th. But for the remainder of the season, potentially, definitely today, but potentially for the remainder of the season, as that pitch misses low and away. 2-2 count now. There will be a 2-hour time limit on these games. So whatever inning it ends in as they get close to the 2-hour mark will be the inning that they ended in. That pitch swung on and missed for strike 3, and there's 1 away. That'll bring up Jackson Price. Price from USC Sumter batted .297 this season with 39 runs, 5 home runs, and 34 RBI. Had a great season in his freshman campaign. The first pitch is swung on and fouled back. And it's an 0-1 count. Runner on third base with 1 away, already 2-0 Mallards. The 0-1. Swung on and missed. A good changeup by Solly. And it's 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Ball low in the dirt. 2-2 or 1-2 count, excuse me. Stepping into the box now again. Now gets set. And deals the 1-2. Check swing. Did he go? They will say he did. And that'll be the second out of the inning. So 2 straight strikeouts for Griffin Sally. And that would be a great bounce back after giving up the RBI single and allowing a run to score in via the balk. The first pitch, ball up and away, and it's 1-0 count to Hunter Robinson. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on and lofted out into straightaway left field, ranging back and making the catch is Fajardo, and that'll end the inning. So 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 left on base. After a half inning, it's 2-0 as the Crawdads get their first chance up at the plate here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. First chance for offensively for the Crawdads. It will be the top of the order leading it off. Tito Hernandez Silva leads it off for the Crawdads, the center fielder. And they will face off against Ryan Schwade. The first pitch is a ball low and away, and it's 1-0. The rest of the lineup for the Crawdads: Jake Fajardo will bat second and be the left fielder, as the 1-0 pitch is swung on and slapped foul over towards the Mallards dugout along the first base line, and it's 1-1. Nolan Lewis will bat third and play right field. Batting cleanup and playing second base will be Jake Pierre. Batting fifth, Kiko Garcia, the first baseman. Batting sixth, the shortstop, Max Gruel, as that pitch is a strike on the outside part of the plate. And it's a 1-2 count. Michael Capoletti will bat seventh and be the third baseman, as that pitch is swung on and fouled off. And it'll remain a 1-2 count. Batting eighth, the extra hitter, Gain Salvant. Vincenzo Macolina bats ninth and is the catcher. And Blake Gould is the designated hitter and will bat 10th. The 1-2, once again, that's a ball low and away in the dirt. And it's a 2-2 count. The 2-2. Swung on and popped high and foul out of play. And we'll do it all over again at 2-2. Hernandez Silva, if nothing else, is making Schwed use some pitches early on. The curveball called strike 3 inside. That one looked a little too far in. Hernandez Silva certainly did not like the call, but either way, there's one away. That'll bring up Jake Fajardo. Fajardo from Eckerd College. I'm sure he's been happy being back on a baseball field. Now that ball is chopped over to the third baseman. Fielded by Yun. Thrown on to first base in time for the second out of the inning. That ground ball will give me the opportunity to give you the defensive alignment for the Mallards. Outfield, left to right, will be Davis, Miller, and Scott. Third to first on the infield will be Yun, Derschlag, Fowler, and Peterson. And Price is doing the catching for Ryan Schwed. That'll bring up Nolan Lewis, the right fielder. The first pitch to Lewis is swung on and lined right back up the middle into right center field. In there for a base hit. Schwed made a nice attempt at it with his long body and long wingspan. Trying to range out and make the catch as that ball was hit right back towards him, but just could not get it, and neither could Fowler at second base. So a 2-out single for Lewis. Puts the runner on first base. The first pitch is a ball low, and it's 1-0 to Jake Pierre with a runner on first base. Jake Pierre from Mount St. Vincent College. The 1-0 is a ball low, 2-0 count. Batted .286 this past season with 8 runs, 1 home run, and 9 RBI. The pitch is a ball outside, 3-0 count now. The 3-0. Swung on and lofted out into left center field. Ranging to his right and making the catch is the center fielder Miller, and that will end the inning. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. After 1 full, it's still 2-0 Mallards here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. Four, 5, 6 due up for the Crawdads in the top half of the second inning. It will be Kiko Garcia leading it off. The first pitch to Garcia is a ball low and away. bounces off of Price and goes towards the Mallards dugout, just out of the batter's circle, but with no one on base, no harm, no foul. The 1-0 pitch misses outside, 2-0 count. We are here at Myrtle Beach High School. 330 down the left field line, 315 down the right field line, and 370 to straightaway center field. That pitch is a strike on the low inside corner, and it's a 2-1 count now. They have the tarp around the batter circle with it saying the beach on it. Something that you see a lot in high school and college, not so much in the pros in the MLB anymore. That pitch misses low. 3-1 count now. The 3-1 is lofted out into right center field. Ranging over and making the catch is the center fielder Miller. And there's one away. That'll bring up Max Gruel. Gruel from Nassau Community College. Batted .188 with 8 runs, 1 home run, and 10 RBI on the season. But like I was talking about, you don't ever really see the banner around home plate anymore in the MLB, at least. The only time as the first pitch to Gruel is swung high and lofted out into straightaway right field. Coming in a bit and making the catch is Scott out and right. And there are 2 away. So 2 straight flyouts. Last inning, or excuse me, I take that back. I actually forgot to flip over my book. That was Davis and Flint who led off the inning. That'll bring up Stone Peterson. And with those hits, that pitch is the ball low. And it's a 1-0 count. With those 2 outs, didn't get the chance in the last inning to give the defensive alignment for the Crawdads, as there were no outs in the field. The 1-0 pitch is a strike on the low outside corner, and it's a 1-1 count to Peterson. Left to right in the outfield is Fajardo, Silva, and Lewis. Third to first in the infield, Cipoletti, Gruel, Pierre, and Garcia. And Macolino is doing the catching for Griffin Solly. The 1-1 is a strike on the low inside corner. And it's 1-2. Stone Peterson from Leon College. That pitch swung on and missed for a strike 3. And that'll end the inning. So no runs on no hits, no errors, no one left on base. As we head to the bottom of the second inning. Mallards still up by 2-0 here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. 5, 6, 7 due up for the Crawdads, and we head to the bottom of the second inning. Now it will be Kiko Garcia leading it off for the Crawdads. A little blunder on my part in the last half inning, as the first pitch is popped high over towards the Mallards dugout, but it will fall foul, and it's an 0-1 count. Garcia from Bryan College didn't play at all this past season. But like I was talking about in the last half inning, when it comes to the banner around home plate, the 0-1 is a curveball that drops in at the knees, and it's quickly 0-2 to Garcia. The last time I remember it ever happening in the major is that ball, high chopper over down the third base line, throwing and just barely getting him is Schwade from the pitcher's mound. He had to come off the mound. That was a high chopper that just deadened just about halfway between the pitcher's mound and the third base line. Yun came in a little bit, but Schwed decided to call him off the mound, and he throws a bullet over to Peterson to get the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Max Gruel. The 0-1, the first pitch to Gruel is fouled back, and it's 0-1. But like I was saying, the only time that I ever remember seeing the banner around home plate in the MLB was at Fenway back in '99 when they had it for the All-Star game. I don't think you've ever really seen it ever since, at least in the majors. At least not to my recollection. But in high school and college, you see it often. Obviously, you have it around. Clemson has it, Notre Dame has it, a few other teams have it. That misses low and away, and it's a 1-1 count. Mallards wearing their gray pants with the green Mallards jerseys with the Mallards logo on the front and white numbering on the back, as that pitch is a changeup that swung over the top of, and it's a 1-2 count. The 1-2 curveball misses low and away. 2-2 count now. The Crawdads wearing their white jerseys with black numbering and the Crawdads logo on the front. That pitch is lined out into left field, but right at Davis for the second out of the inning. Gruel got a lot of wood on that ball, but it was one of those, you got to hit them where they ain't, but this time he hit it right where Davis was in left field. So 2 up, 2 down here in the top half of the second inning. That'll bring up Michael Capoletti, the third baseman. Capoletti from Nassau Community College. That ball is hit out over to the first baseman. He'll take it himself and step on first base for the final out of the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. After two full, it's still 2-0 Mallards here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. 10-1-2 due up for the Mallards here in the top half of the third inning. It will be Josh Fowler leading it off. The first pitch to Fowler is a ball low and away, and it's a 1-0 count. The 1-0 swung on and fouled off down the right field line, and it's a 1-1 count. Fowler from McPherson. The 1-1 misses low. Oh no, called strike on a low inside corner. And it's now a 1-2 count. Did not have a hit in his college career, his college season this year. Did have 2 runs, however. That pitch is a ball outside. 2-2 count now. Griffin Solly from Olivet Nazarene College out for his third inning of work. That pitch misses low. 3-1 count now. In his freshman year at Olivet Nazarene, went 2-0 with a 2.66 ERA, 1.21 whip. Had 12 walks and 20 strikeouts. The 2-1 is swung on and lined out into right center field. That'll drop in front of the right fielder, Lewis, in there for a leadoff single. And Fowler gets the inning off strong for the Mallards, and we head back to the top of the order. And Connie Derschlag. He does not have an official at-bat yet. Worked a walk to lead off the game. And then eventually came around to score the first run of the game for the Mallards. Griffin Sala from Lexington Christian Academy. That pitch is fouled off. And it's 0-1. Runner on first base, nobody out. In the top of the third inning. The pitch. Curveball misses low and away. And it's a 1-1 count. Not a huge lead out at first by Fowler. Especially with the lefty on the mound. You wouldn't expect that. That pitch misses low and inside. 2-1 count. You always have to be wary when you have a southpaw on the mound. About those deceptive pickoff moves. The 2-1. Strike on the outside part of the plate, and it's 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled back. And we'll do it all over again at 2-2. This is the second of 3 games here at Myrtle Beach High School today. Some afternoon baseball here. That's a high chopper over to the shortstop. We'll see if he can get 2. He throws it over to second for 1. He is able to get Fowler at second. But that ball being a high chopper does not give Pierre enough time to get it over to first. So that'll be a fielder's choice. 6-4 fielder's choice. And I'll have a runner on first base with 1 away now. That'll bring up Cam Miller. He's 1 for 1 today with a single and a run scored. Lefty on lefty matchup right here. The first pitch to Miller. Curveball misses outside, and it's a 1-0 count. The 1-0. Swung on and lofted high over to the second baseman. Pierre doesn't have to move much at all, and he will make the catch for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Blake Scott. Scott is 1 for 1 today with a single and an RBI single. That ball is lofted foul over down the right field line and will drop foul. 0-1 count. This is the second of third games here at Myrtle Beach High School this afternoon/evening. And something that we found out during the first game, as the 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2, and it's quickly 0-2 to Scott. Something we found out during the first game is that, at least for today, and perhaps for the remainder of the season for the next couple of days, there will be a 2-hour time limit on these games. So no matter what, if you're playing in an inning and it gets close to that 2-hour mark, as that pitch misses low and away, and it's a 1-2 count. If you finish an inning and you're close to that 2-hour mark, and I guess if both teams agree that it's cutting it close, then the game will end. As the curveball drops in and stolen base attempt, that will go out into center field. But with the slide, Derschlag is not able to get up and advance any further, so he will get into second base with the stolen base. That was a ball called, I'm assuming. So now it's a 2-2 count. So runner on second base now. Pickoff throw, and they almost get him dead to rights, but the ball is thrown wide, goes out into center field. But once again, as a result of the slide, Derschlag is not able to capitalize on the errant throw. Silva has an arm out in center field anyway, and he was ready for that errant throw out in center field. Looked like for a second, they had Derschlag dead to right, so that ball is popped high on the left side of the infield. Coming in and making the catch on the line is Cappelletti. And that will be the second out of the inning. So 2 straight pop-outs gets Sally 2 outs. And the potential of possibly... Although I thought that should have been out. Should have been the third out. But that will bring up Juwan Yun. Actually, no, I take that back. And that ball is grounded over. And that will be the final out. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. After 2.5, it is still 2-0 Mallards here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. Bottom of the order due up for the Crawdads. It will be Gaines Salvant leading it off. The first pitch to Salvant is a curveball that swung on and missed for strike one, and it's 0-1. The first pitch, the 0-1 to Salvant is swung on and missed. A good changeup. And it's quickly 0-2 to Salvant, who is uncommitted heading into his freshman year. Hoping to get an offer as a result of this season here at the Beach League. That ball is swung on and missed. Drop third strike. They're on first base in time for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Vincenzo Macolino. Facing off against Ryan Schwed in his third inning of work from Endicott University. Heading into his junior year, and his sophomore year went 2-1 with a 5.47 ERA, 1.58 WHIP, 6 walks, and 26 strikeouts. The first pitch is a strike right down the heart of the plate, and it's 0-1 to Macolino. Schwed was a two-sport athlete at Whitman-Hanson Regional High School, also playing wide receiver and tight end. That pitch misses outside. And it's a 1-1 count. Also playing wide receiver and tight end on the football team. Macolino from Barry College. Heading into his sophomore season. The pitch. Ball low and away. 2-0 count. The 2-0. Swung on and fouled off. 2-1 count now. The 2-1 pitch. Curveball swung on and missed for strike 2. Oh, actually, excuse me, strike 3. And there are 2 away. So 2 up, 2 down, 2 strikeouts for Schwed here in the third inning. That'll bring up the 10-hitter, Blake Gould. Gould from Lake County College. Only had 3 at-bats as that pitches the ball low. 1-0 count. Only had 3 at-bats this season at Lake County. The 1-0 is a ball outside. 2-0 count now. Went 0 for 3 with 1 run. The pitch is swung on and chopped off the glove of the pitcher, and they will throw on to first base. No, will not be able to scoop it out is Peterson. And I believe Gould would have beat that one out anyway. We'll see what they call it. That was pretty hard hit, but it looked like Schwed could have been able to make a play on it if it hadn't have ricocheted off of his glove. I'm assuming they're going to call that an E1. But we'll just have to wait and see what the official scoring is on that one. But either way, that'll bring up Tio Hernandez Silva, who's 0 for 1 today. Struck out looking in the first inning. That pitch, curveball, misses outside. 1-0 count. the 1-0. Popped foul over towards the Mallards dugout, and it's a 1-1 count. And they will actually give it a single. Or actually, no, excuse me. And that pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2. And it's a 1-2 count. The 1-2. Ball outside. 2-2 count now. The 2-2. Actually, 3-2. That's ball 4. Now there's runners on first and second base with 2 away. That'll bring up Jake Fajardo. He is 0 for 1 today with a grounder to the third baseman. So it looks to me as though they're going to give him a single. First pitch is a ball outside, and it's a 1-0 count to Fajardo. Although the game changer is off in terms of who's up at bat, so still waiting on the official confirmation on that. That pitch is swung on and lined out into straightaway left field, going back and making the catch for the final out of the inning is the left fielder Davis. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. After 3 full, it's still 2-0. Still 2-0 Mallards here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. Middle of the order due up for the Mallards, 4, 5, 6. As we head to the top half of the 4th inning. It will be Jawan Yun leading it off. He is 0 for 1 today with a strikeout swinging. The first pitch to Yun is a ball low and away, and it's a 1-0 count. Yun, his parents are moved here from Seoul, South Korea. So he's first generation American from South Korea. That pitch is a ball low, 2-0 count now. And knowing that shows why he's playing baseball. If you guys remember last year, the 2-0 is a ball inside, up and in, 3-0 count now. America really got to see how much South Korea loves baseball last year when in the beginning of the pandemic, the pitch is a ball low and away. That's a 4-pitch walk for Yun, and he'll take first base to lead off the top half of the 4th inning. But right at the beginning, when the MLB was still shut down for a few months, the KBO, the Korean Baseball Organization, started off pretty quickly because South Korea got everything under control pretty quickly. And so they were playing at least a month ahead of the MLB, and ESPN made that deal with them to broadcast the games and really showed how big baseball is. Everyone thinks of Japan as a big baseball country, but Korea as well is very big. Jackson Price up to the plate. He's 0 for 1. That pitch misses low and inside. 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. And it's a 1-1 count to Price. Price, a South Carolina guy from Goose Creek High School, was a Gator in his high school career. That ball swung on and missed. A good changeup. And now it's a 1-2 count. Also played middle linebacker on the football team. And I had the privilege of being able to see Goose Creek Stadium toward the end of last year. That pitch misses low. Gets away from Macalino, and the lackadaisical attempt at going after the ball. That one ricocheted all the way to the backstop, just to the right of the Crawdads dugout. But even with the amount of range that ball went, you would have thought if Macalino got out of his crouch a little quicker, he might have avoided Yun from taking second. But that wild pitch will allow Yun to advance to second base. So runner in scoring position now with nobody out. But like I was mentioning, I had the privilege of seeing Goose Creek Stadium earlier, well, at the end of last year, mid to end of last year, in November, as that ball is lined into left field, in there for a base hit. It will be hit too hard for Yun to get home, but that pitch is hit past the diving glove of Kippoletti into straightaway left field, and now there are runners at the corners with still nobody out, and the Mallards trying to extend their 2-0 lead. That'll bring up Hunter Robinson. But like I was mentioning, the Goose Creek Stadium is very nice. Has a turf field, some pretty big stands out there. They have one of the nicer stadiums in the state of South Carolina. That pitch is fouled back to the screen. And it's 0-1 to Robinson, who is 0 for 1 today. Flew out to left field to end the first inning. The 0-1 pitch to Robinson. Swung on and lofted down the right field line. We'll see if it gets in. It does! It will land down the right field line. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. It's a 2-run, or excuse me, only 1 run will score. It's an RBI double for Hunter Robinson. And now the Mallards lead 3-0. That'll advance Price up to third. So runners at second and third with still nobody out. That'll bring up Mac Davis. He's 0 for 1 today. Flew out to center to lead off the second inning. The first pitch to Davis is a strike on the low outside corner, and it's 0-1. Davis, a two-sport athlete at Northeastern High School, also playing basketball. The 0-1 will not come as Solly steps off the bump. The 1-1 is a ball outside. 2-1 count now. And they actually did decide to change it. The pitch. Fouled back. They did decide to change it. They did change it. Now, that play on the pitcher's mound by Schwade in the last half inning, as that misses up and away. It's a 3-1 count now. They do count that as an error. Just a quick change there. The pitch swung on and missed for a strike 3. And there is one away. Big first out for Sully as he looks to try to avoid any more runs from scoring. He doesn't have the double play on right now. As the big man Trey Flint steps into the box. He'll try to put a jolt into this one. The first pitch to Flint. Strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. So they did officially change that play to an error on the pitcher. Which I'm not, it doesn't surprise me at all. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled back, and it's 0-2 to Flint. Flint, and you can tell in his body, not at all surprised with this. In high school at Sandpoint High School, played tackle on the football team. That pitch misses low. It's a 2-1 count now. And Flint definitely has the body for it. The 2-1 will not come as Flint steps out of the box. The 2-1. Swung on and missed for strike 2. And it's now a 2-2 count. Infield is playing in. Expected to come home on a ground ball. Trying to avoid that runner from scoring. The 2-2. Called strike 3 on the outside black. And there are 2 away. That's a big second strikeout for Sally, as now, with 2 away and the out, will get him out of this jam, stranding 2 runners in scoring position. That'll bring up Stone Peterson. He's 0 for 1 today, struck out swinging to end the second inning. Peterson, the first pitch is swung on and fouled back. And it's 0-1. Peterson, last season with Forestbrook, this is his second straight season with the Mallards. Last season went 0-77 with 4 runs and 1 RBI. The pitch is swung on and fouled back. And that will get out play. 0-2 count now. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Throw down to first base for the final out of the inning. So a great job by Sally. Does give up 1 run on the RBI double. But after giving up runners in 3 straight play appearances to start off the inning, is able to get out of the jam with 3 straight strikeouts. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. After 3.5, it is 3-0 Mallards here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. heart of the order due up for the Crawdads, as this is probably their best opportunity in this game thus far. Maybe the best opportunity in this game in total for them to get a run in and try to cut the lead. Down by 3-0 in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Nolan Lewis steps up and he will lead it off. He's 1 for 1 today with a single. The first pitch to Lewis is a strike on the low inside corner, and it's 0-1. Something I've noticed, it seems to me at least, that this umpire has had a very wide strike zone today. Lewis from Olivet Nazarene, transferred from Santa Fe Community College. The 0-1 is hit over to the second baseman, and he is not able to hang on to it. That'll get through his legs into right field for a base hit. We'll see what that one's ruled, because that one ricocheted off of Fowler's glove at second. So we'll see what the official scoring on that one is. But either way, that'll bring up Jake Pierre. He's 0 for 1 today. Flew out to center field to lead off to end the first inning. That ball is thrown out into left field, or out into center field. That's a stolen base for Lewis. And now there's runner in scoring position with nobody out. He was going on the pitch, and the throw by Price was airmailed out into center field, but a great job by Miller backing him up, up the shortstop Derschlag, and avoiding the potential of Lewis getting to third base. That pitch misses outside. 2-0 count now. And they will call it an E4. As that ball's popped high into the right side of the infield, and it will drop. And we'll see, was that called it was not called an infield fly rule. So the batter gets on. It was not, with it being hit in the infield, the runner at second base, Lewis, was not advancing. But I'm kind of surprised that that wasn't called an infield fly rule, which would have meant that Pierre was out anyway. But either way, that ball does drop in. We'll see what that one's called, if they're going to call that an error on the second baseman again. But either way, that'll bring up Kiko Garcia. The first pitch to Garcia plunks him, and he will take first base. So bases are loaded now with nobody out, and now the wheels are starting to come off for Schwed. That'll bring up Max Gruel. He's 0 for 1 today. Flew out to left field in the second inning. They call it a single for Pierre. The pitch is a strike on the low outside corner. And it's 0-1. And actually, I don't think... I thought Garcia was hit by a pitch. But apparently not, because he's still up at the plate. The pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2. And it's 1-2 now. So runners on first and second, nobody out. The 1-2 is swung on and missed for apparently strike 2. So now it's a 1-2 count. Oh, excuse me. Garcia apparently popped out to the shortstop. The pitch. That ball is swung on and fouled back to the screen. Max Gruel is up to the plate now. The pitch. That pitch misses outside. Full count now. The payoff pitch. Swung on and fouled back, and we'll do it all over again at 3-2. Runners on first and second, 1 away. The 1-2. Excuse me, the payoff pitch. Swung on, line down the left field line. We'll see if they will say it just went foul. I thought that might have ricocheted off the third base bag. But they will say it just went foul. And we'll do it all over again at 3-2. The payoff pitch once more. Misses, low and away. And actually, it was a 2-2 count now. Now it's a full count. Runner on first and second base. 1 away. Crawdads trying to get something going offensively. The pitch is swung high and lofted out into left center field. That will be caught. No, it will land in the gap. 1 run will score. They'll hold up Pierre at second. Or excuse me, at third. But that's an RBI double for Gruel. And just like that, it's now a 3-1 ball game. So I'll bring up Michael Capoletti. Runners on second and third with 1 away. The first pitch to Capoletti is swung high and lined over the head of the first baseman into right field for a single. Rounding third and actually being held up at third is Gruel. That's a 1-run single for Capoletti, and now it's 3-2. And the Crawdads are still threatening with runners at the corners and 1 away. Now going out to the mound is the pitching coach for the Mallards, and we'll see if they decide to make a move or if this is just a mound visit to try to settle Schwed down. Capoletti, that was just a screamer right over the head of the leaping first baseman Peterson. He went up the ladder trying to get to that one, but just a little too high. But runners at the corners now with 1 away. That'll bring up Gain Salvant. That pitch is a strike, and a delayed double steal puts another run on the board. Capoletti goes for goes to second. Price throws down trying to get him, but unsuccessfully. And in the process of the throw, Gruel comes in to score, and now it's all tied up. 3 runs coming in to score in this inning for the Crawdads, and they are still threatening. Runner in scoring position at second with 1 away. The pitch. Salvant swings and misses at a curveball, and it's 1-1. Salvant, a Midlands guy from Westwood High School, also played tight end, H-back, and defensive end for the football team. He graduated in 2020. The pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. And it's 1-2. And actually, that is strike 3. So the first pitch was a called strike on the throwdown. So that's strike 3, and now there are 2 away. That'll bring up Vincenzo Macolino. He is 0 for 1 today. Struck out swinging in his first at-bat. That pitch misses up and in. 1-0 count. He's another 2-sport athlete. Also played football in high school. The 0-1. That ball's fouled off. And it's 0-2. Runner on second base. Already 3 runs in this 4th inning. Crawdads trying to take the lead for the first time today. All tied up at 3. The pitch. Curveball, which is fouled off. And it's now 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. So now 1-2 count. Curveball tried to get Macolino to chase, but just could not quite get him to go around. Macolino steps out of the box and will reset. Now back in. The 0-2 once more. Ball low and away in the dirt. Gets by Price at the plate. And that wild pitch will allow Kipolletti to move up to third. So now another run, the go-ahead run just 90 feet away for the Crawdads. And a wild pitch or a pass ball could easily bring him home. Not a huge backstop here at Myrtle Beach, but big enough. That ball is lofted out into right center field. Actually, it's straightaway right. The right fielder will get underneath it. Scott will make the catch. And that'll end the inning. But not before the Crawdads do exactly what I said they needed to do. Capitalize on having the heart of the order due up. And they put a 3 spot on the board. 3 runs on 3 hits. No errors and... 1 error. And 1 left on base. After 4 full. It's all tied up at 3. Here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. Looks like there may be a new pitcher on the mound for the Crawdads. We'll try to get you his information as quickly as we can, as the 10-1 two-hitters are due up for the Mallards. The first pitch is a changeup that drops in at the letters, and it's 0-1 to Josh Fowler, who is 1 for 1 today. Singled back to lead off the third inning. The 0-1 fastball misses high. 1-1 count now. Mallards looking to regain the lead after losing the lead with the 3-run bottom half of the fourth inning. That pitch misses low. 3-0 count now. In the bottom half of the fourth, the Crawdads bats finally came alive. That is a ball up and in. Actually, the pitch before that was a strike at the knees called. And it's now a 3-1 count. The 3-1 misses up and in. And Fowler works a walk to lead off the inning. That'll bring us back to the top of the order. And Connie Derschlag, he is 0 for 1 today. Reached both times, however. First on a walk and then on a fielder's choice. And came around to score once. Actually, according to Game Changer, there is not a new pitcher. Although, it looked like they were giving him some extra time to warm up. That pitch misses high. It's a 1-0 count. The 1-0 pitch is a ball up and in. 2-0 count to Derschlag. The 1-1. Called strike on the outside part of the plate, and it's a 1-2 count now. The 1-2. Missed up and in. Curveball that just didn't break, and that's some chin music to Derschlag. And it's a 2-2 count. The 2-2. Misses up and in, and actually that was full count. And Derschlag works the walk. So 2 straight walks. And that'll bring up Cam Miller, who is 1 for 2 today with a single and a run scored. As Macalino goes out to talk with Sally, and you'd have to wonder now, after those 2 walks, how much more leeway does Sally have on the bump? Sally, you would have to imagine, is starting to get up there in pitches a little bit. And especially with the game all tied up, you don't want to give the lead back up. That pitch misses low, and it's 1-0 to Cam Miller. And actually, I take that back. There is actually a new pitcher on the mound. It is Tom Burke. I thought there was the pitch. Bunt attempt, pulled it back, but it's a called strike. And now it's a 1-1 count. So we'll get you the information on Burke. The 1-1. That ball is bunted. A perfectly placed bunt, but it ricochets off of the edge of the grass and rolls foul. Lucky break for the Crawdads right there, as that was perfectly placed. But it just rolled a little too far and ricocheted off the edge of the grass and rolled foul as a result. We'll see if they try it again, although with 2 strikes, I doubt it. The pitch, not bunting, swing and miss for strike 3. And there is 1 away. That'll bring up Blake Scott. Scott, thus far, 1 for 2 with an RBI single, but also struck out. That pitch is hit out down the left field line, but foul. And it's 0-1. Scott was a two-sport athlete at Purnell Sweat High School, also playing basketball. Stepping off the rubber and now getting reset. The pitch. Curveball misses outside. 1-1 count. The 2-0. That ball is lined out down the right field line. That'll get in there and all the way to the wall. One run will score. That's an RBI double. And just like that, the Mallards are back out in the lead. It is now 4-3. That ball was crushed down the right field line, and no chance for Lewis to get it on the fly or even to cut it off. And now the Mallards are looking to capitalize and extend this lead once again. Up by 1 again, 4-3. And that'll bring up Jawan Yun. The first pitch to Yun is swung on and missed for strike 1, and it's 0-1 to Yun. Yun 0 for 1 today. Worked a walk and then came around to score in the last inning to lead it off. The 0-1 pitch is swung on and fouled back over towards the Mallards dugout, and it's a 0-2 count. Big opportunity for the Mallards here. And especially considering we're at least starting to get towards that 2-hour mark. The 0-2. Swung on and fouled back again, and we'll do it all over again at 0-2. And it's kind of weird, you know. That's one of the unique, traditionally is one of the unique things about baseball, is that you have no clock. The 0-2 curveball swung on and missed for strike 3, and there are 2 away. That'll bring up Jackson Price. He's 1 for 2 today with a single, but was stranded at third in the last inning. But like I was saying, that's one of the unique things about baseball that now in today's game, and especially in leagues like this, sometimes gets taken away. The first pitch to Price is a curveball that misses up, and it gets away from Macolino, and that will allow Derschlag to score. And that extends the lead out. It is now 5-3. The pass ball also allows Scott to advance to third. So he's only 90 feet away from scoring. The pitch. Ball low. 2-0 count now. But like I was mentioning, with the rules in place now, trying to get as many games as possible in. As that pitch is a ball in the dirt. 3-0 count. It makes it to where there is essentially a clock in baseball, and now it's a situation where what's the cutoff time? As that pitch misses low and away, and that's a walk for Price. So now runners at the corner with 2 away. That'll bring up Hunter Robinson, who is 1 for 2 today with an RBI double. But like I was saying, I don't know the official rules. I would, obviously you would assume that the Mallards would have a chance to hit in the bottom half with them being the home team. But this may very well be the last inning because it is getting close to that 7 o'clock mark. Now the Mallards, one of the Mallards players brings over some more baseballs over to the umpire. And we are just about set to go once more. The other thing that I'm intrigued about, and I will have to ask about in between the games, as that pitch is a strike on the outside black, and it's 0-1 to Robinson. One thing that I'll have to ask about in between games is, while yes, there are lights here at Myrtle Beach, as that ball is lofted out into right center field, coming in and making the catch is Lewis for the final out of the inning. But not before the Mallards retake the lead. 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors. 1 error, and 2 left on base. After 4.5, it is 5-3 Mallards here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. Looks like we have a new pitcher on the mound for the Mallards. We'll get you all of his information when we are able to, as he will face the 10-1-2 hitter to do up for the Crawdads here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. And like I was mentioning in the last half inning, the interesting question that I have that I will be sure to ask in between games as we approach what I'm assuming this may be the last inning of this game, but we will have to wait and see. The first pitch is swung on and lofted over towards the Mallards dugout, but will get out of play. And it's 0-1. The new pitcher on the mound for the Mallards is Zach Blake. We'll get you all of his information in just a second. The 0-1 pitch is a ball low. 1-1 count now. Zach Blake from Leon College in his sophomore season went 1-0 with a 9 ERA, 2 whip, and 1 strikeout. As that pitch, check swing. They said he went around, and that's strike 2. 1-2 count now. But like I was mentioning, the one interesting question I have is whether or not we have access to the lights. As that ball is lofted into straightaway center field, coming in and making the catch. Actually, going out and making the catch. That looked like it was going to go to straightaway center field. But it drifted to the right, and Fowler is able to make the catch at second for the first out of the inning. That'll bring us back up to the top of the order, and Tito Hernandez Silva, who is 0 for 1 today, reached on a walk and struck out. But like I was saying, the interesting question that I have as the pitch is a ball low and away. And it's a 1-0 count. And I may be able to get my answer earlier than I initially thought, but we'll have to wait and see. The pitch is swung on and chopped right up the middle. Shortstop fields it, throws on to first base in time for the second out of the inning. Derschlag just coming over and making the play. And there are 2 away. That'll bring up Jake Fajardo, who is 0 for 2 today. Grounded out to the third baseman and flew out to the left fielder in his 2 at-bats. Thought I might have had an opportunity to ask the coach from Myrtle Beach, who has been helping us with the field. That pitch is a strike at the knees, and it's 0-1 to Fajardo, but he just left the press box. But like I was saying, the question that I have is whether or not we have access to lights, or if it's going to be a situation where there's a darkness call to the game in the next one, as that ball's fouled back, and it's an 0-2 count. So that's something that I will be sure to get all of the information for you about in the next game, in between games. The 0-2 pitch is a ball low and away. 1-2 count now. Because this place does have lights. It has the ability to do a night game, but whether or not they are willing or able to turn them on is the question. That pitch misses low and away. 2-2 count now. The 2-2. Ball low and away, and a good job by Fajardo battling back after being down 0-2. Now back to 3-2. The payoff pitch is swung on and lined over the head of the third baseman into left field for a base hit. Rounding first and heading for second and getting in there safely is Fajardo. That's a 2-out double. And the Crawdads still have some life to them here in the bottom half of the 5th. That'll bring up Nolan Lewis, who is 1 for 2 today. Reached on an error by the second baseman Fowler to lead off the last inning. and then eventually came around to score one of the 3 runs for the Crawdads. That pitch misses low. It's 1-0. Runner on second base, 2 away. The 1-0. Swung on and lofted out into shallow left field. Coming out and making the catch is the shortstop Derschlag. And that'll end the inning. So no runs on 1 hit. No errors and 1 left on base. After 5 full, it is still 5-3 Mallards here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. And we are going to another inning, so stay tuned right here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. Traditional bottom of the order due up for the Mallards, 7, 8, 9. As they will face off against Tom Burke in his 2nd inning of work. The first pitch is a ball low and away, and it's a 1-0 count to Mac Davis, who is 0 for 2 today. Flew out to center field and struck out. The 1-0. Swung on and missed. A good changeup that got Davis to swing out in front and over the top of it. And it's 1-1. The 1-1. Curveball that didn't quite break. And it's a 1-2 count now. And actually, I take that back. There is a new pitcher on the mound. We'll get you his information in just a second. That ball is swung on and missed for strike 2. And it's a 2-2 count now. It is Max Benvenisti. The pitch is a curveball, misses up and in. Full count now. Benvenisti from Mount St. Vincent College. Had a 0 ERA, 1.5 whip this season with 2 walks and 3 strikeouts. That's a curveball that drops in out at the knees. And there's 1 away. That'll bring up Trey Flint, who's 0 for 2 today, with a strikeout and a flyout. The first pitch to Flint. Curveball swung on and missed for strike one. And it's 0-1. Ben Benisti working well out of the bullpen thus far. The 0-1. Ball just a little low and away. And it's a 1-1 count. The 1-1. Swung on and popped foul. Out of play. And it's a 1-2 count now. Umpire waiting on something. And now he gets back behind the plate. And we are set to go once more. The pitch. Curveball misses low. 2-2 count now. The 2-2. Curveball swung on and missed for strike three. And 2 up, 2 down, 2 strikeouts for Ben Benisti here in the top half of the 6th inning. That'll bring up Stone Peterson. He's 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts, trying to avoid the hat trick. The first pitch to Peterson. Curveball swung on and missed for strike one, and zone one. The 0-1. Plunks him. And now put a runner on first base. With 2 away, bringing up the number 10 here, Josh Fowler. Fowler's 1 for 1 today with a single and a run scored. Runner on first base, 2 away here in the top half of the 6th inning. We'll have to wait and see if this will be the last inning or if there will be a 7th. Obviously, the Crawdads, I would assume, are going to get a chance in the bottom half with them being down by a couple of runs. That misses low and away. 1-0 count now. The 1-0. Curveball drops in at the knees, and it's a 1-1 count. The 1-1. Curveball low. 2-1 count now. The 2-1 is a ball high. 3-1 count now. This is the second of 3 games here at Myrtle Beach High School that we will have all the action for you. Next game and the final game of the day will be Litchfield Dolphins against Rolling Stars. That pitch is a called strike on the low outside corner, and it's a full count. The payoff pitch. Curveball fouled back. And that will get out of play, and we'll do it all over again at 3-2. The payoff pitch. Curveball. Called strike 3 on the high outside corner. And that'll end the inning. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. After 5.5, it is still 5-3 Mallards here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. Middle of the order due up for the Crawdads as Jake Pierre will step into the box. He's 1 for 2 today with a single and a run scored. We'll have to wait and see, but based on the schedule, I believe this will more than likely be the last inning of the game. But we'll have to wait and see. The first pitch to Pierre is a ball just a little bit low, and it's a 1-0 count. Zach Blake out there for his second inning of work. The Submariner. Submariner gets set and deals. That pitch misses low and away. 2-0 count. Not quite a submarine, but definitely a sidearm delivery for Blake. The 2-0. Swung on and lofted out into shallow center field. Coming in and making the catch is the second baseman, Fowler. All three, the center fielder, Miller, Derschlag, the shortstop, and Fowler, all went out. And Fowler was the one to come up with it for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Kiko Garcia, who's 0 for 2 today. The first pitch to Garcia is a ball inside. It's a 1-0 count now. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on and popped high, grounded over to the shortstop. Thought that got off the ground, but grounded over to Derschlag. He'll throw on to first base in time for the second out of the inning. And now, I'm presuming, we'll have to wait and see, but the Crawdads may very well be down to their final out. That'll bring up Max Gruel, who is 1 for 2 with an RBI double and came around to score as well. The first pitch to Gruel is swung on and popped high down the left field line, but that will get out of play. And it'll just be a high out, or high strike rather. And it's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch is a ball inside. 1-1 count now. The 1-1. Curveball lined out into left field, in there for a base hit. And not quite yet are the Crawdads done. That'll put it right around first base with 2 away. That'll bring up Michael Cappelletti, who's 1 for 2 with an RBI single today. Runner on first base, 2 away here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. The first pitch to Cappelletti. Swung on and chopped up the middle. Fielded, thrown on to second base by Derschlag. And that will end the inning. So looking to wait and see. And looks like that may do it. Waiting on official confirmation. No, it looks like the Crawdads are coming out to come out for the top half of the 7th inning. So we will head to the top half of the 7th. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. After 6 full, it is still 5-3 Mallards here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. Top of the order due up for the Mallards as we head to the top half of the 7th inning. Perfect opportunity for them to extend their lead. Currently up by 2, 5-3. It'll be Connie Derschlag leading it off. He is 0 for 1 today. That pitch is a ball inside, and it's a 1-0 count to Derschlag. 0 for 1 today with 2 walks and 2 runs scored. The 1-0. Hits him. Derschlag gets plunked, and he will head over to first base to lead off the inning. That'll bring up Cam Miller. He's 1 for 3 today with a single and a run scored. The first pitch to Miller is swung on and grounded into the hole, thrown on to first base in time for the first out of the inning by Pierre. That ball was just hit too weakly, and Pierre had to range over to his right. Would have had to spin around, throw against his body to even have a chance to get Durslag. So instead, he takes the easy out at first. So mark that as a 4-3 fielder's choice. And that'll bring up Blake Scott, who is 2 for 3 today with a single, a double, and 2 RBI. First pitch is fouled off, and it's 0-1. Runner on second base, one away, and an opportunity for Scott to get his third ribby of the day. The 0-1. Ball low, 1-1 count. The 1-1. Check swing, strike called anyway. And now it's a 1-2 count. The 1-2. Ball in the dirt, 2-2 count now. Sorry about that, folks, if I cut off. Apparently my Wi-Fi acted up as the inning ends. But the Mallards do get another run on the board. As we head to the bottom of the 7th inning, it is 6-3 Mallards here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. Last chance for the Crawdads as they are down by 3, 6-3. The first pitch is a ball in the dirt, and it's a 1-0 count to Salvant. Bottom of the order due up for the Crawdads. The 1-0 is swung on and lofted out into straightaway left field. Coming in and making the catch is the left fielder, Davis. And there is one away. That'll bring up Vincenzo Macalino. The first pitch to Macalino is swung on and popped out of play. And it's 0-1. The 0-1. Ball low and away. 1-1 count. The 1-1. Ball inside. 2-1 count. The 2-1. Curveball misses outside. 3-1 count now. The 3-1. Swung on and lofted out into straightaway center field. That'll drop in front of the center fielder Miller for a single. And the Crawdads are still trying to stay in business. They have a runner on first base now with one away, and that'll bring out Blake Gould. Gould is 0 for 2, reached on an error in the third inning, and was stranded at first base, or at third base, rather. The first pitch to Gould is a strike on the inside part of the plate, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 will not come. Blake out there in his third inning of work, trying to close this one out for the Mallards. The pitch. Swung on, grounded up the middle. Shortstop bobbles it, And he's not going to be able to make a play for either runner. That looked like it was a sure game-ending double play ball to Derschlag. But he goes a little too quickly, tries to transfer the ball over a little too quickly. He bobbles it in the process, and both runners are safe on the E6. That should have been game over right there. But now we head to the top of the order, and Tito Hernandez Silva. The first pitch to Hernandez Silva is swung on and grounded over to the first baseman. He's not able to hang on to it, and everyone's safe again. This time in E3. And now the bases are loaded with nobody out, with the Crawdads down by 3. That'll bring up Jake Fajardo. He's 1 for 3 today with a double. And if he could put a jolt into this one, as they will actually bring in a new pitcher. So we'll take a quick break as the new pitcher comes in, and we'll have all of his information as he comes in to try to close this one out for the Mallards. Bases are loaded with only one away, as the Crawdads try to climb back into this one and win it in the end here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. New pitcher on the mound for the Mallards. As that pitch misses low, and it's 1-0 to Fajardo. The new pitcher for the Mallards is Wes Starr. I'll get you all of his information in just a second. The 1-0 pitch misses. Oh, called strike on the low outside corner. Curveball catches the black. And it's 1-1. Starr from West Georgia College had an 11.05 ERA this season, 2.32 whip at West Georgia. As that pitch misses outside, 2-1 count now. Had 8 walks and 8 strikeouts. Throws an 89-mile-an-hour fastball and also uses a curveball and a changeup. The 2-1. Ball low. 3-1 count now. Bases are loaded. 1 away. Big moment here for both teams. That pitch comes inside. And not sure if they'll say it plunked him or not. But either way, Fajardo takes first base. And in the process, walks in a run. Now it is 5-4. And the Crawdads slowly inched their way closer. A single here could win the game, potentially. That'll bring up Nolan Lewis, who is 1 for 3 today. That's a called strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. It has a single and a run scored. The pitch. Ball low and away. 2-0 count now. The 2-0 pitch. That ball's popped high and foul. And we'll do it all over again at 2-1. The pitch. Curveball just misses a little high. And now it's a 2-1 count. The 2-1. Check swing did not go. It's now a 3-1 count. That pitch is ball 4, and that walks in a run. And actually, I take that back from before. That drives in Macalino. Gould was actually thrown out at second earlier. So there are 2 away. But now, the Crawdads just need 2 more runs. So now still bases are loaded. And that will bring up the cleanup hitter, Jake Pierre. He's 1 for 3 today. First pitch to Pierre is a ball. And it's a 1-0 count. The 1-0. Swung on and line down the left field line. That's a fair ball. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. Rounding third, and but being held up is Lewis at first. That ties the game back up. It's a 2-run double for Jake Pierre, and the game is all tied up at 6. So now runners at second and third with 2 away. And that'll bring up Kiko Garcia. He's 0 for 3 today, but this right here, as they will make a pitching change, will the Mallards. So we'll take a quick break as the Mallards try to keep this game at least a tie. Can't win it at this point now. The win is lost. But they can retain the tie if they can get 1 final out. We'll come right back with the end of this thriller here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. Sammy Grimm comes in to pitch for the Mallards. He tries to salvage the tie for Forestbrook. And he will face off against Kiko Garcia, who would love to get his first hit of the game right here in walk-off fashion. Runners on second and third, 2 away. The first pitch to Garcia. Ball. Oh, no. Called strike at the knees. Hey, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Ball low and away. 1-1 count now. The 1-1. Swung on and popped high over towards the dugout, and will get out of play just beyond the Mallards dugout along the first base line. And it's a 1-2 count now. The 1-2. Ball low. And it's a 2-2 count now. Runners on second and third. 2 away. The 2-2. Swung on and grounded over to the third baseman. He'll throw on to first base. Pulled off the bag, but they say he does stay on the bag. And that will end the ball game. This game ends in a 6-all tie. So that'll do it for this one. Once again, final score 6-all. Crawdads come back after going down by 3 early on in the game. Score 3 of their own in both the 4th and then in the 7th inning to keep this game tied. A great game by the Crawdads coming back, but would have loved to have gotten the win. They had the winning run at third base, but can't quite finish it off. So that'll do it for me here. Once again, final score 6-all. We'll step aside and then come back for the next stream for the final game of the triple header here at Myrtle Beach High School, right here on the Beach Collegiate Baseball League Network. I'm Brandon Biscobane saying so long.